Kind of have mixed feelings about this morning right now. It is extremely overcast and nasty. I feel like we're kind of in the calm before the storm, and we have about maybe a 4-hour period where it still might rain, but I think we're going to be safe from thunderstorms. Then all afternoon, the forecast said it's absolutely going to come down. So we're trying to sneak out, and I mean, I guess today is really our first day fishing, so it's more going to be about scouting than anything, but it's got me nervous but also excited at the same time, because a top water could be good all day long and the fish could be turned on. A lot of times the fish just fire up before a storm, but it also is going to make it a lot harder to sight cast or really visually hunt for tarpon or cobia and those different things. We'll see what happens. It's funny, only boat across the whole entire Gulf right now that I can see. And I don't know if it's that we're braver or we're stupider or that it's a Monday and no one's out anyway. So we're gonna be looking for cobia, looking for some tarpon rolling. Hopefully we'll find them, but right now we got a big rock head in front of us, so we're just gonna throw a topwater around for a bit. First fish of the trip, not even on the targeted species list of what we're looking for, but a little bluefish right there. They always fight hard. Just a little guy on the top water. They have I've never really noticed it until just now, they have really beautiful eyes, like bright yellow eyes. Very cool. We're gonna unhook him, get him released, and keep looking for some reds and trout and tarpon and cobias. Alright, so right in front of us, I know it's hard to see, I can only see it really because I have sunglasses on. Once I take them off, I can't even see it anymore. There is a southern stingray, and it has just like a little like 25-inch cobia on it right here. And we'll see if he'll appear or not. Gosh, we had to work for that. He's little, but sure if we're gonna pull that one off. I threw at him probably about 10 times with a different lure and he wouldn't go for it. I put this jerkbait on, threw it at him still like 5 or 6 more times, and then he finally came around and hit it. I had to get a bait down low to him. It's really cool though, because back home, you know, we only find cobia really on like manta rays and big eagle rays and turtles and stuff like that, and sharks. You know, over here we're in 2 feet of water and they're on top of southern rays against the ground. This is a little guy, but I know they catch 40-inch cobia in 2 feet of water here, so it's pretty awesome. Okay. Wow, that hook literally was about ready to come out. There's our little baby cobia right there, probably only like 25 inches. You can see his big old dorsal ridge spikes right there. Those would feel real good catching those in the bottom of your foot. I mean, this is a little guy, but they are just balls and muscles, such cool fish. I've only ever caught 2 or 3 cobia in my life, so it's always cool to catch even little ones like that. What's cool too, something I never really noticed about them, is that how big and wide his pec fins are. And that's just for gliding along with rays and sharks like that, you know. When you see big sharks like bull sharks and oceanic white tips and stuff like that, they have really wide pec fins, and it's just for gliding through the ocean because they cover so much ground out there. But we're gonna release him, and I think we might have to make a run for it. We're about to get absolutely nailed by a storm here. starting out the morning with another bluefish, just like yesterday. It's been a slower morning today for sure. This fish is a little bigger than the one we caught yesterday, but we're kind of out a little further than I fished all day yesterday. We're looking for tarpon, and we're just trying to find the line they're running along and just really blind casting for trout and reds and bluefish, cobia, whatever, while we're kind of looking for these tarpon here. Little bluefish tailors start the morning off right there. We are looking for some bigger trout. Mainly we're trying to find some tarpon, but this can be a consolation prize while we're looking. What we're really doing is just kind of blind casting out across some grass flats and sand flats while I'm trying to find these rolling tarpon and trying to find that line they're swimming upon. This is literally probably 2 minutes after that bluefish. It's funny, I've been throwing a different bait all morning, and then I finally put on this jerk bait, or this diving minnow right here, and within 3 casts of tying it on, I caught that bluefish. Five casts later, caught a little blue runner right there. Great. Send him on his way. At least we have the right bait on, it seems, to be catching some fish. Whether they're the right fish or not, we'll see. But I would rather be getting bites than nothing at all. So we're gonna keep throwing, keep looking for the tarponies and cobia. We are into the bluefish, it seems. Literally about 5 minutes later. Not the fish we're looking for, but they seem to be getting a little bigger, and they're all fun, all fight very well. But we'll send little buddy here on his way. Great release, awesome. Been throwing and throwing out some rock piles right here, still throwing the jerk baits. They got a nice trout on right here. Not huge, but not bad at all. Let's see if we can get them in. There is a nice trout right there, probably like 22 inches or so. Beautiful, beautiful. And the second he hit, I was like, I think that is a little bit of a bigger fish. In my opinion, these right here and redfish are probably 2 of the most beautiful fish that you can find in the ocean right here, at least in South Florida, or in Florida in general, man. What a awesome fish. If you look at his mouth right there, big old mouth, they have big teeth inside of it, meant for gripping onto fish. What a beautiful fish, man. Finally got a fish that was on the targeted species list. Only took like a few hours. You have to just take things into perspective. I'm fortunate enough to be able to go to that new place and fish a new body of water that was very refreshing and a new thing to do. And I went over there to try to set out and look for tarpon and cobia, and caught a little cobia, caught a little trout, but otherwise the fishing wasn't that spectacular. But for the conditions that were there, I was just happy to catch some fish and have a good time and try some new waters. Now, during the late spring, early summer, tarpon run up the west coast, and I might have been a little early there, but who knows, I just didn't find them when I was there. And it's so hard because I went to a few different tackle shops while I was there, and it's always great. Sometimes you can get some good information, and other times, to be honest, tackle shops will mislead you and give you bad information. And then I don't always blame them, because you know, you have a tourist coming into their waters and you're just gonna kind of tell them whatever it's gonna make them happy or kind of get them out of your hair. And one of the tackle shops I go to, I asked a guy, and I'm talking to him, I'm like, so are the tarpon here? And he's like, oh yeah, they're here, you know, they're looking good. I've had a guy tell me that up north about an hour, he's already caught around 200 pounds over the past week. You know, they're a little early for this time of year, but they're already here, and so that's great. And then 10 minutes later, same day, I go to a different tackle shop. You know, I ask the guy, I'm like, so are the tarpon around? He's like, nope, haven't seen one. No reports, no one's saying they've seen anything. And so it's hard. You get a lot of different information when you're trying to fish, and you know, a lot of it's from people being guarded about their secrets. So honestly, the best thing you can do is go out there and try to figure it out yourself, and you know, use your own knowledge and see. I didn't see any tarpon. Were they there? I bet there's probably a few of them there, but I just never located them. It's very hard to find a fish that you sight cast when there's ridiculous rain and overcast conditions literally the entire time you're there. Regardless, it was a fun trip. It's always great trying to fish new waters, and that is something that I'm trying to strive to do more for this channel. I think it's going to bring more excitement, and so it's more traveling, not necessarily doing huge giant trips to Australia like I did a few months ago, but just traveling different parts of the state of Florida and trying to find new things. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave some comments below about where you want to see me fish next and where should be a good traveling location. That could be abroad, or that might be just somewhere in Florida that you guys know, or somewhere in the US, because I'm gonna take it all into consideration. And over the next few months here, it's gonna be hard time hitting the hammer on the fishing. I appreciate you guys very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace.